Hey guys, this sort of video, I believe it's called tagging, I'm not quite sure. I got the idea from a lady, an American lady that I follow called Angie on YouTube. She's always interesting to watch. She's got some good ideas about things. I recommend you go and check her out. Let her know I sent you if you want. If you ever leave a comment, she probably won't know who I am. Yeah, but we have exchanged the odd comment. I subscribe to her, so yeah, she's got an interesting channel. So this idea that I've kind of taken and changed slightly from her of tagging or tags, it's called the things you like tags, and you do 5 different things. So the first one you'll do 1, the second one you do 2, the third one you do 3. Do you get the idea? Yeah. And the theme that I've chosen is gardening. So all the things, all the questions, if you will, are to do with gardening. So these are the 5 things I've come up with. I'm also going to leave them in the comments bit below so you can do your own. I'd be interested to see the rest of you what you come up with. So number 1. So remember, I've got to choose one thing because it's the first one. Gardening TV programmes. Right. I'm going to say Gardener's World with the main man, Montague, the Don, because he's just ace. I love him. Yeah. I would really like to see who would win in a fight between Monty Don and Alan Titchmarsh. My money's on the Don every time. So that's first question. Gardening TV programme, things you like. I give 1 answer, Gardener's World. Second question, well-known gardeners. Call them like, those celebrity gardeners if you want. Well, obviously there's the Don, Monty Don in very self. This is an unusual one. My next favourite gardener, because you've got to do 2 for this one, remember, it's question 2. So my next favourite gardener, I tell you who it is. He's a little old fella with white hair. He's Scottish. He's called Jim, I think. He's 80 years old. He's on a programme called The Beech Grove Garden. You get it on the BBC in the UK. I record it early Sunday morning. I don't know if it's on any other time in the week. That's just the time I found it on my programme guide, if you will, when I'm going through. So yeah, and he's great. And I tell you what, I love him. He's ace. Because I really hope I'm as keen and as energetic and as enthusiastic as he is when I'm 80, if I get to 80 years old. So all power to you, Jim. Nice one, mate. Right. Question number 3, so I've got to pick 3 things for this. Things I like, gardens I have visited. Right, I once went to RHS Wisley, which is a little bit far down south for me. I wouldn't normally venture that far down south, to be honest. If I start getting on the M40, I come out in a rash and I get the sweats. But I was working down in that bottom right hand corner of the country near that our nation's capital, London. So yeah, I went to Wisley and I honestly could live there. I just thought the place was amazing. Everywhere I went, walking around it, and it's huge. Everywhere I went I saw something that I was scaring old people standing in front of me because I kept going, wow. And they were turning, the bloody hell's that? Yeah, so I just thought Wisley was amazing. Right, second, things I like, gardens I visited. It's a bit of an obscure one, this, but you like what you like, don't you? I can't help what I like. Right, there's a place near where I live, in Morecambe. It's called Happy Mount Park. Right, go through the main gate, ignore all the standard council roundabout style bedding schemes with the bloody marigolds and petunias in hanging baskets. Ignore all them, I'm not into that. Go right down to the very bottom end of the park, and on your right hand side there's what used to be, when I was little, it was more so like a Japanese style garden. Now it's gone a bit overgrown and it's just, you can still walk around it, it's it's not as Japanesey as I remember it when I was little, but when I go now, it's still a wonderful place. I just love it. They've got all sorts of different foreign, exotic / call them what you will, looking plants, and it's just a great place. Right. Number 3, I'm struggling a bit now. Depends how you define a garden, really, doesn't it? Right. Well, I'm just going to have to say my own backyard. Yeah, I do like my own backyard. I know it sounds a little bit hippie-ish, but I like to say that when I'm in my garden, when I'm not working in my garden, because when you're grafting on something, you don't see the wood for the trees, so to speak, do you? But when I've done my work and I've done all my little jobs and tidying up and planting things and pruning things and everything else, I sit down, I'll have a brew, and I say to people that it heals me. Now, if you don't understand that, that's fine. If you think I'm silly for saying that, again, that's fine. But I know what I mean. It heals me. Does anyone else have that kind of feeling that you're just being healed by spending time in your own garden? Right. Number 4. Things you like with a garden theme, and I've gone for grow your own. Right, this is a dead good on this. So, in order, I suppose, the 4 things that I like the best growing my own of are strawberries. Strawberries should be issued on the NHS. They're just amazing. I'll turn my fingers down and I'm not swearing at you. 2, potatoes, because it's like being a kid again. When you come to harvest your spuds, it's like you're looking for gold treasure in the ground. It's just brilliant. I love it. And my kids like it too, because they help me. Even my eldest daughter, Olivia, she's been in my videos for about 0.013 seconds. She does not like being in my videos. But, give her a due, she's filmed most of the videos. So, and when it comes to harvesting the spuds, she doesn't normally like getting her hands dirty, because she's getting to that age now where she's experimenting with makeup and nail varnish and all the rest of it. But when it comes to harvesting spuds, she'll always get stuck in and help us. So what's that? 2, 3. Ooh, you know what? I can't think. I suppose carrots, because they're pretty straightforward, and yeah, they do take a few months, but you get it's quite rewarding and satisfying when you pull them up. And 4 things that I like to grow my own of. Strawberries, spuds, carrots. Oh, I'll tell you what, just because they're so flipping useful, onions. We use them in all sorts of things when we're cooking in our house. So yeah, onions. And they're dead easy as well. Don't bother fighting around going in from seed. Just buy them from sets, stick them in the ground, early spring. A few months later, you'll be pulling big fat round, really strong tasting onions out, and they're great. They store really well as well. So yeah, onions. Right, 5 things that I like to do with gardening. I've gone for plants. Right, there's so many. I'll just try and spurt them out as they pop into my head. Number 1, forget-me-nots. They make me think of my granddad, for all sorts of reasons which we won't bore you about, and he's no longer with us now, bless him. But forget-me-nots, I love them. Number 2, I'm not going to go back to the grow your own veg, so I would have said strawberries normally, but number two, oh, I'll tell you what, a black elder. I'm not being racist, it's an elder tree that's black, and the flowers on them, rather than being a creamy white of a normal green-leafed elder tree, the flowers on the black elder have got like a pink tinge to them, and that was Wisley, first place I saw those actually, and I was kind of like inspired to buy my own. So I've got one in a fairly large tub in my backyard. So yeah. So what we had, forget-me-nots, black elder. Number 3, I like angelica. I can't tell you why, I can't explain it why. Perhaps I should get help for it. I just like angelica. 4, going back to angelica, number 3, I just think it's the big round pom-pom shapes, because I look at them and I think, it looks like a big round pom-pom. 4, I like growing nasturtiums, because they're a doddle. They're one of the first things I ever started growing, about 15 years ago, when me and my amazing wife bought our first very own house. So nasturtiums. And the last one, if I've not already done it because I've lost count, what else do I like to grow? Plants. I tell you what, I'm going to go for cosmos. I grow them most years. I just like them. They give you height as well. Because, you know, there's a bit of a danger that everything in your garden can be at ground level. So I'm going to go for cosmos. So that's my tag video. 5 things. 1 for number 1, 2 for number 2, and so on and so on. I'm going to put the 5 subjects down underneath, so have a look. And if you want to answer in the comments, tell me what your 5 things are. That'd be great. I'd be pretty interested to see what other kind of things, you know, how far out, how different are we? Does anyone else like the kind of things I like? Does anyone else agree about that little old Scottish fella on the Beech Grove garden with the white hair? 80 years old. He's awesome. I want to be him when I grow up, I tell you. Has anyone else watched that programme? Right, so thanks for putting up with me, thanks for watching, and I really do look forward to seeing your comments. Cheers guys, nice one. Please subscribe for more free gardening related videos.